okay, you are watching this video, you are probably a cook or a chef who's working in a restaurant, and you feel like cooking in a restaurant is not going to feed you the rest of your life. And you know you're not going to be the best chef in the world, and you feel like you need something else, but you don't exactly know what that is. Let me ask you a question. What type of skills do you think you need to learn in order to stand out in the culinary market? When I was younger, when I first started cooking, I was only taught how to cook properly, only how to perfect my craft. That was the only thing that I was taught. And then I got a chance to become a sous chef and doing all this paperwork and dealing with this like numbers and not even knowing why I'm doing this shit. After that, I became a marketer, dealing with a bunch of restaurant owners related to revenue and making money. And I realized how dumb I was not spending enough time learning these skills properly when I was working in a restaurant. I have 3 skills for you that every cooks and chefs in this world need to know, and it's not cooking skill. And I can guarantee you these skills will decide your success or failure in your culinary career. Number 1 is knowing how the food cost works. If your goal is to stay in the industry, not home cooking, here is something more important than just cooking skill, which is knowing how to cost your dish and analyzing the actual food cost of your whole sales and inventory. There are a lot of chefs in this world, including the ones you see right now when you're working in your own restaurant, who do this as their daily job, doing inventory, calculating all this food cost without actually knowing what they're doing. They don't have the full understanding of this whole system. They don't know how it works, but they're just doing the number thing every single day. They just punch in whatever number they're told to, do the math with the equation that they're given, job done. And you will meet them and you will work with them. Probably you're working with them right now. When you learn, when you're growing your culinary experience, make sure that your chef has 100% understanding of this knowledge. And he has to have 100% fully understanding of how it actually affects the business itself. The second skill that you need to learn is knowing how to menu engineer. When you work in a restaurant industry, it's important to know how to cook properly, but after a certain level, when you reach this certain level, you must know how money works in a food world. And I'm sure you have all this like dream, your tasting menu that's going in your head right now, your own recipes that you invented, your fancy dish that you impressed other people. I'm sure you have like hundreds of those recipes. Believe me, you'll never going to sell those dish that's in your head and make ton of money. It's never going to happen. You will first need to cost it out. The first skill, you'll first have to cost it out properly and see if it's a good fit in terms of overall food cost in your menu. And you have to analyze what you're going to push as a signature in your restaurant. And you'll have to plan out the campaign and a strategy from marketing approach, what you're going to offer in the market. Because it's a very complicated process. It requires a lot of knowledge and skills in order to do that. That is why I insist you need to learn how to menu engineer properly. And in order to know how to menu engineer, you need to know how to food cost. Number 3 is the most important and is something that most people don't do. And I would like to say this is the most important skill that you would have to learn. You have to learn the marketing skill such as social media ads and content creating. If you decided to be in this industry, to become a chef, to become a cook, the only way to stand out as a chef in this era, 2023, 2024, next year, and so on, is having your own media platform, which is called personal branding. If you look closely, if you do a lot of research, the difference between people with personal branding and without personal branding are so big, it changes their whole life in terms of both financially and in terms of in their positioning. So without personal branding, people just end up working in the kitchen forever, or they just open a restaurant and they just sustain their financial ability the same as other people. But in the other hand, people who know how to market themselves, people who know how to content create, they create this personal branding and they branch out, they diversify their culinary career to the whole different level. You can literally do anything you want with these skills. Just like if you're looking for a position, if you're looking for something related to cooking because you love cooking, but you don't want to work in a restaurant because it's physically demanding, it's so tiring, you need to work a lot of with hot environment. If you hate that, you could always find something else to do, right? For example, you want to be a food stylist, or you want to be a restaurant marketer, or you want to be a personal chef, consultant, whatever the hell you want. With your cooking skill, you will need to know how to run ads, you will need to have an understanding of social media, and you will need to learn how to content create, most importantly, and deliver your message to the world. Literally, there's so many career paths. You could go with culinary experience, you could go with your restaurant experience. There's so many paths out there. Just because you're working in a restaurant doesn't mean that that's the only way as a chef can go. Literally, it's not true. Like, without these skills, like, man, you'll be stuck in a kitchen forever as a cook. Sous chef, I mean, even though you become a sous chef in the future, head chefs, they're all the same. It's not gonna financially sustain your life in the long term. If you don't learn the skills, you're gonna stuck in there forever, the rest of your life. And imagine you turn 40, 50, 60, when your body can't take it anymore, you're done, man. You're done. Imagine there is someone who's fully equipped with these skills: marketing, food cost, menu engineering. Imagine there is someone who's fully equipped with these skills. They could open their restaurant, right? They could open their own business, restaurant, and stay profitable because they know how to content create, they know how to build their menu, they know how to stay profitable, and they know how to sell. That is why they can stand out in the market. Or you could be a personal chef. You don't want to work for anybody. You just hate restaurants. You can be a personal chef cooking for, private parties, cooking for rich people, making all this freelance income that keeps you really profitable. You can do that too. But in order to do that, you should know how to attract your clients, right? You have the cooking skill, but you should know how to attract those clients. And that is a marketing skill. And you can do that by content creation. You can do that by delivering your message, by creating engaging contents. And just like me, you want to be a marketer for restaurants. Same thing, you're a freelancer business. You should know how to attract clients. You should know how to create contents out there so that your clients watch your contents and they'll contact you. Whatever, you're really good at operation, you're really good at management, so you want to be a consultant, same thing. You need clients. You're a freelance business. You need your own method of getting clients, of putting yourself in front of your audience. That is a marketing skill. Content creator, food stylist, all same shit. The reason why I tell you to be a freelancer is because even though you change your job, even the next day you just go to another restaurant who offers you $5 more an hour, it's not gonna change your life. It's not gonna change your life. You can't control shit. You can't do whatever the fuck you want. You can't control your finance. And believe me, cooking in a restaurant is the fastest way to be broke. How can you possibly sustain your finance with almost the minimum wage an hour and you're working 40, 50, 60 hours a week? You don't have time and it's physically demanding. How the hell are you going to maintain your finance? How are you going to possibly keep yourself comfortable with money? So whatever that you are thinking of that you want to get out of restaurants, whatever that you're going to do outside, it requires business skills. You want to open a restaurant? Business skills. You want to be food stylist? Business skills. You want to be consultant, business skills. You want to be marketer, business skills. Everything is business skills and they require marketing, social media, content creation, and full understanding of money in food world. If you want true freedom in your life as a chef, you can't be a specialist in one thing. You have to be a specialist in your core skills, which is cooking, and you got to be a jack of all trades of your boundary skills. I call it boundary skills that covers your core skills. The boundary skills, it helps and support and it protects your core skills, makes it stronger. And they have to be incorporated in order to make and achieve something amazing. And those boundary skills are the things that I want you to learn from my channel so that you can elevate your life as soon as possible, just like how I did. The biggest turning point of my life as a cook was when I first started learning these boundary skills. And when I started to incorporate these skills together, that's when it changed my life. That's when I didn't have to work in a restaurant the whole day, making myself so fucking tired that I can't even wake up tomorrow properly. I didn't have to do that anymore because I still enjoy working in a restaurant, but I only had to work the amount of hours that I enjoy to work because I get income from something else. I have 2 or 3 income sources and all of them I enjoy doing. Most chefs and cooks, they start cooking because they love it, and most of them they start when they're really young. So inside their heart they have this passion and they enjoy cooking. They like to work in a restaurant. is just physically so much demanding. If you're working 12, 14, 15, 16 hours a day, 5-6 days a week, it's crazy. And it's not going to keep you financially comfortable in a longer term. That's why you gotta learn additional skills and mix it with your core skills to do something else, to have your secondary income source so that you can do things that you both enjoy and have some comfort in your life. Reduce the amount of hours that you work and you make more, right? That's ultimately that you want. Because you're watching this video because you're a cook or a chef in a situation where you know cooking in a restaurant is not gonna sustain your life. So going back to the full circle, if you are a cook or if you're a chef and you're looking for something but you don't exactly know what that is, you are that person. Learn these skills. Fully understand how restaurant business works, how money works in a food world, and learn the marketing skills and learn how to content create. And these 3 boundary skills are going to change your life. If you find this video helpful, like and subscribe, get notified with the next video. Because in this channel, I share every skills that you guys need to learn as a cook to stand out in the market. I teach all the content creating skills, I teach all the marketing skills, and I teach everything about the restaurant business. And you want to change your life as a cook, as a chef, subscribe to this channel. So I'll see you in the next video.